What's good, people? Thanks for coming back. Thanks for coming to check out this video. This little tutorial is going to be based on keyboard button inputs. So before we start, go ahead and subscribe and like and help me out. So let's go ahead and talk about this quick little tutorial. So what I have here is a basic keyboard setup, and I have just added one game object to this, and to that game object I have went ahead and created a script called button actions, and right there we're going to go ahead and see where all the action is happening, because in the end this is what you guys should be able to see. Whenever I go ahead and hit the J button at the console, you're going to see the input was pressed when I press J button. If I hit the K button, I get all these other text coming out, and I'll show you how I ended up doing all of this and within 5 minutes hopefully. So check it out. So here we go, people. At the very beginning I have just initialized a variable that's integer type of I equals 0 just for later purposes, which I'll talk. I will not be using the start function, and I'll be using the update function to be able to get my inputs and do some little actions behind them. So first off, let's go ahead and talk about the J button function. So when this is put into the update function, it's going to go ahead and be looking for a input. If this input gets pressed, it's going to go ahead and go to the console and say J button was pressed, right? So this is only happens once every time the keyboard button gets pressed, and that's going to be only for J. On the K section, the K button function, this one's going to be a little bit different, because if you take a look at key down, this one only works like I guess a little description tells you how it works, but it just pretty much takes it once every time it gets pushed. Now for the other value, or the other function, input.getKey, and the key code here is K, that as long as you hold it down, it's going to keep on returning a value, and it's going to be consistently showing something new. Now how do I show that? Well, if you take a look at the debug.log, I say key button was pressed, but if you do it in the console, you won't be able to see anything be shown other than that. So I went ahead and I added a I++, which adds every time this function gets called. That way I can see that the key code is being pressed, and I'm not letting go of this, so it's going to keep on showing you I getting incremented by 1. Let me show you guys. So let's go ahead and show this once again before we end this. So as soon as I hit the J, you see it once, and every time I press it, it shows it up. Now I'm going to clear it up. Now I'm going to show you guys, as I press down, that action is going to keep firing. And when I mean that action, that's basically going to be, I guess, the frame rate. So you guys can see, I don't know, there's like 100 times this frame rate will be firing that function, and it's just going to keep on going up and up and up. So that's pretty much a quick little easy tutorial for you guys, that if you want to be using buttons to, I don't know, run functions like jumping, firing, that's mostly the most basic way to get this taken care of, and that's what I used in my current game that I am building, and you could check that out for my devlog number 3 whenever you get a chance. So if you like this video, go ahead, subscribe and like, and thanks for the support. See you guys later.